Okay. Ladies and gents, but just gents here. Group of strangers met up in a tavern, ended up sailing for a very beautiful, sort of seems infernal or demon, in some way, shape, or form touched woman, who is their captain. The Infernal Wind, large man-of-war ship, have set out to take the Witch King's crystal to, from what they understand and what they have been told, contains the soul of the Witch King. They have to deliver it to the Prismatic Society, of which none of you know exactly where that is, but you know that you're going there. And stopped at a watchtower, a sort of halfway point between Escamille and Birdfast that is a ancient landmark from very, very long time ago of an old empire long past. You remember, just some of you know this and that. Everybody probably knows something slightly different, but same goes for the Roman Empire. Some people know one thing, some people know others. And eventually landed in Birdfast on the island of Camidras. And Regi asked you guys for some assistance, as well as Terragus, both leading you to the same place, where Terragus seemed to know the person running the shop.
Proprietor.
The proprietor of the shop, the Tabaxi, by the name of Veil of Mask was their full name, but they just go by Veil. And Regi was looking for some ingredients at this herbalist also. Just kind of a weird, like, Terragus knows this person, and Regi is shopping in their shop, which is, it's all kind of a weird, like, how does everybody know each other? You assume Reggie's probably been here before because he's on the sailing ship, but finding that Regi couldn't find anything in the shop that he was looking for, the Tabaxi led him, or informed him of where what he was looking for grew, which is Pixie's Parasol. Mushroom. If you want to look it up, it's actually very pretty. It's like mushroom. The Tabaxi informed him that, unfortunately, it only grows on the back of trolls on this island. And you guys set out to go help Regi with his little thing, while Terragus was kind of throwing a toddler fit because he is ready to get his thing over with because he seems very anxious about it. I said, I will wait until you come back. And walked out the back of the store to unknown place. And where we left off last time was you guys were heading out on the map, it's north. But in actual real world, I probably should have oriented the map this way. It's actually east. You guys were heading east out into wilderness of the island. Countryside. And began passing through All Town, which is the section that kind of surrounds Point Up, which is like the middle section of the town where not rich but not poor, kind of doing all right, where a lot of the shops are as well. And Old Town's where a lot of the farmers live, and so you're passing a lot of like smaller farms as you get further out. A lot of abodes before you get that far also. And it seems to get kind of spotty as you go too, as you travel down the road. It zigs and zags and winds down a path. And sometimes you see a farm, then you won't see anything for a while, and then you see a cluster of houses. It looks like a smaller, sort of distant from the city, sort of small village, but still a part of it, but not far enough away to be its own sort of little town. What are you all doing on your way out into the wilderness here? Anybody doing anything specific?
How about recovering from a bar fight? Does that count?
I'm recovering from what?
A bar fight.
A bar fight, that's right. I heard larvite. I was like, what? What the fuck is that? Discord and microphones. But,
yes, lovely.
Okay, so recovering from a bar fight for one of you, and traveling into the woods. I don't have a actual, like, just like random woods. I have some grass. You'd like some
And
grass.
some grass.
It's just a flat. It's like a standard owlbear thing. There's
Well,
some grass.
you
wanna be on
really
the
just
grass. You
flat
don't
out
actually have to
told-
use this. I'm joking.
Bam.
You just told everyone on stream to touch the grass.
Okay, so is anyone doing anything specific? Anything any of you want to do in this moment here?
I might use my characteristic to see if better directions to where we need to go, maybe. More exact directions, I should say.
Okay. You haven't really headed off necessarily in the wilderness because
Aha.
well, yet any you haven't really seen any reason to quite yet. Traveling, you're still seeing a bit of civilization. From what it was sounding like from Vale, was further out, probably in a pretty rural area. It probably isn't going to take you like all day to get there, but it's going to be, it's going to be a couple hours, roughly, to travel there. And here. Traveling along. I'll say everybody roll plus wisdom. Get a wisdom roll for everybody. This isn't really undertake a perilous journey because this isn't multiple days. This is more of just like traveling and just seeing what you guys notice. You guys can look for something specific if you like. Just
Didn't notice shit.
What was my modifier again?
Your modifier for wisdom is +5 now.
I rolled a 10.
21.
23.
15. It's a mixed success with the current rules that we're going with. I'm gonna
Holy
stick with
shit,
the
I got a
20s.
20.
Nice. Okay.
No, I
Dirty
literally got a 10 with modifier, so yeah.
I got a 10 with modifier as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
I got a 21.
I'm
With
kind of
modifier.
wise, guys.
okay. So
Okay.
Yeah,
No, you just got lucky. We threw you in the air and you could see longer distance.
who had a 19 and above?
I did.
I did.
20.
So Jack, Manus, and Jug also, you said you rolled a 20?
Yep.
Okay. So, here and there, you're noticing some people's fields, like, you see people out and working in them, and they're not really paying attention to this, but you here and there, as you're passing by some of the smaller farms that are closer to the roadside, you see, like, one that's, like, the fence is kind of broken and snapped in a little section that's like dug out. Looks like some kind of, not really impact, but like a disturbance, like hogs that have come into a farm. Like some of you that have lived in this kind of area, you kind of have an understanding of what I mean. Like hogs come in, they tear up the dirt and the crops, and they just mess shit up, and then they leave. It's essentially kind of what you're seeing is like the fence is snapped, but it's not just like one section. It's like a section, one of the posts is like snapped over, and then the next section is also ruined slightly, and it's just kind of like a two boards fence, wooden fence around this little farm, and like a disturbance in the dirt, like I was saying. And you're noticing similar things like this in other farms that you're passing as time goes by, as you're walking along. You see another one off on this side of the road that has the same problem, but it's on like the front side of the fence. Everybody that rolled under a 19, who are you? That's Lex and Revian?
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I said I didn't see shit.
Yeah, Revian is currently paying attention to the thing he mentioned to me a minute ago, which we'll come to. Lex, you are kind of caught up.
I have my head in the clouds.
Well, you didn't fail. It's just you notice what you notice is people around here seem to be on the verge of a struggle. From what you understand in your time at sea, the Gawa plant is very sought after, and you understand that the Pontethans they trade hoppers. They trade them shit for it. So these people are struggling. They're not quite in the pits yet, but the Pontethans don't care if it gets that far or not. And that's kind of what you notice, that these people are having a really hard time. This island is... The Pontethans are... they're kind of shitty to these people here that aren't the colonials, the people that they've brought in from the mainland of Pontethan. People that haven't volunteered to come out and live here, that are from actual Pontethan. And yeah, it's a bit rough for them. Revian, what was it you asked me?
I was wanting to use my wind talk to see if there was any way to get more exact directions to the troll. Know exactly which way we need to go, type of thing, and not take less time to get there.
You feel a pulling breeze that kind of pushes you down the road. Which kind of tells you that you are headed. You're headed in the right direction. And then you feel that feeling sustain of the kind of pushing past you. A sharp directional change. Kind of like thinking about it for a second, you kind of, oh, maybe further up ahead there's a person or maybe signs of something that we can find as you're going along. And as you all travel down the road, the three of you that rolled above a 19, you immediately notice that one whole side of this fence is taken out. You see more damage to the crops than you did for the other people. It looks like more damage, maybe it was more recent. And you see a woman out there, she looks like on the verge of middle age, not quite, like, by comparison age-wise, it'd be like 39. Not gray yet, but you can see a bit of age on her, and she's out there with, like, tools, and she's got her horse with the tiller attached, and, like, she's trying to, you know, repair this section of the little field that she has, and she seems very flustered by something.
I'll go up and ask her what's the matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, me and Voithos immediately run up and start trying to help repair the fence because we see that something has just been tearing up this road. That's our deal.
Yeah. Doug is about to run over there too.
Yeah, the fence work here is like, this is like a few days worth of work. Like, it destroyed enough of the fence that this is like, this would be like something you'd sit and fix for a few days. You could help maybe repair like one of the posts or something, but you would understand from your past of like helping people in this way. The captain gave you guys 2 days, and this would break that 2 days. Unfortunately, for knowing how Manus is and how much you would want to help. You approach.
What was the fence made of?
Just wood. It's just a wooden fence.
Just a wooden
fence?
fence?
A lot of the standard wooden fences that people have built, they look like some of the different farms that look like maybe the people were doing well before, or maybe the newer farms or newer fences, which I say newer meaning they are not carved out like a lot of people. Some of them just look like took fallen branches and logs and put them down and wrap some kind of wire or rope around the field, something to just.
That's the only thing we'd probably be able to help them with would be to clear the debris, so she'd have an easier time of it.
But you wander
and
up.
that'd be quick.
She seems very flustered. She's got a shovel and she's like hitting at this. A horse is behind her, just kind of sitting there doing horse thing, doing anything with the tiller attached to it. And she's just, damn fucking monsters in the woods, just digging holes and like trying to get it ready to fix it and retill it and replant. Whole month's worth of work. Damn it. Who approaches her first?
Lex.
I will.
I was going to, but yeah, go ahead.
So Manus, you walk up and she sees you coming over and she says, okay, so if you're gonna rob me, I don't have any money. If you want my gawa, half of it's already gone, so take the rest, I guess, if you like. If you're here to ask me what's wrong, I don't know. I woke up this morning and this was here, so it's fantastic. A lot of the other farmers are having the same problem, and let me tell you, it's very frustrating, and we don't know what's happening. How can I help you today? She's very flustered.
I offer my hands to take the shovel away from her, and I say, sit and tell me of your struggles. Tell me more of what is you know of what's happened here.
Yeah, she hands you the shovel, and she kind of sits on the little like farming tool attached to the horse by like bridles and stuff. He sits down, and she leans down on her knees, pulls a canteen, says, well, there's my crops that we were getting lots of money for that now we don't, because the Pontethans came along and decided one day that they're going to ask us to produce more, pay us less, and then treat the farmers union like we are kind of trash. And there's any problem you could imagine for everybody. Everybody is kind of going in the hole here, and it's not great. The only person that really has stood up for us that can, because they're the only one left with enough money, is Tam Greymeadow, and he's really, I mean, he's a halfling. He's doing all he can as a non-human to try and help us out. He owns some of the larger plantations, but I mean, even they're struggling. The big honchos of the plantations out here. I don't. But beyond all that, now people's farms are getting damaged. I don't know how else to put it. Damaged. Fences are being broken. Fields are being dug up. We don't know. There's a couple of people that have said something about seeing a large thing in the night. Cracks and crunches of their fence probably breaking. And then they come out the next morning and a bunch of their crops are gone. Or some come out to investigate, hear some rustling in the woods, and see also the same thing, their crops are gone. Best the lamplight can show you in the middle of the night, but yeah, we're having lots of problems. You wouldn't happen to be here for that, would you?
Sounds like you need someone to kill a monster.
Regi kind of like walks up and he kind of, it might be a troll. Or not, I don't know. I don't know large creatures, but might be able to help, I don't know. It's the same monster, but we could find out.
Can I check around for tracks?
Did you see any mushrooms? She could mushrooms? Listen, kid. I grow crops. What are you doing hunting trolls? Or whatever the fuck? And he's just like, well, I need the mushrooms. Just, yeah, I mean, it's pretty specific. You're asking for mushrooms on a tropical island in the middle of the Sarabi, where there's plenty of other mushrooms, but, I mean, there's only one kind that's going to, be problematic enough to grow on the back of a troll, so one can imagine pretty quickly what you're looking for. So you guys think it's a troll, huh? Kind of crosses her arms and kind of leans forward, interested.
I mean, trolls are big enough to smash a fence like this pretty easily.
I do have a question regarding Manus's backstory with this stuff.
What's that?
Being a priest of like guarding roads and like things like that, would he have experience like with trolls and whatnot? Since they like guard bridges and things like that?
I'm sure you've traveled around. I'm sure you've heard tales that are similar to this of trolls causing problems for people in areas. Not on this island, though, because you've been around the Sarabi for a bit. You've been around for 5 or 6 years sailing, and you haven't heard any problems like this so far on the island of trolls causing issues for farmers. As far as you're aware, I mean, you just found out about the trolls today, really, here on this particular island.
Okay, cool.
Eurus, I DM'd you about something I wanted to do, by the way.
Okay, let me look really quick. Anybody else? What would you? Do you have anything else like to say?
I want to speak up. I'm like, how long has this been happening? How long has this been going on for?
Well, it just started about a month ago, I think. A lot of the farmers down the road. Who was the first one? Kind of like looks down the road further in the direction that you haven't traveled yet, and she kind of her right shoulder. Actually, I think it was one of the larger plantations. It's about 20 miles away that actually got hit first. So
Okay.
whatever
Second
this thing
question.
is, it's walking a long ways to disturb people. But
So how frequently does this happen?
I mean, at this point, if increasing frequency, it seems to have taken to somewhat of a gawa addiction. So at least once a week now. But that's at minimum, really. I mean, it could be much as every other night. It's really causing problems.
Well, then, if it's been happening every other night, then what's been doing this must not be too far if it can get here once a night.
Yeah, I mean, with these farms here, and if it's going after the smaller ones, going out of its way to look for less large collections because it needs a quick fix, which I say that, but Gawa is not really addicting. It's a all-purpose substance, if you guys don't know. It can make clothes, you can make wool for stuff, you can make food out of it. It's not really the sort of thing that you can get addicted to, but I think in the same way that a child gets addicted to, candy, I think the troll, as you guys say, is addicted to some Gawa. Yeah. Seems to be what our problem is.
Sweet too.
Interesting.
And it shouldn't be too hard to lure him out.
I wouldn't know a thing about it. Humble farmer. Going. Well, Sharp, are you going to attempt that? I'll say, like, you could make a couple of rolls, Lex, if you'd like to try and do that, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll try.
I'll say, let's do 2 separate wisdom rolls, just not at the same time. Roll the first one, we'll see where we're at for your, what you're trying to do here.
I'm switching to using Owlbear for rolls because I think my other one is cursed and is giving me crappy rolls, so...
So, hang on, let's figure out, so what is this exactly going to be? So, are we looking at, mastery? I think we're looking at mastery for this, probably.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. I probably have to put specific tags.
Yeah, because arts would be for combat, so mastery would be what you're doing here. You're trying to use one of your masteries to try and do this.
So I rolled a, what is this? Let me see.
So we'll just say it's mastery for this, essentially 2 separate mastery rolls.
I rolled a 16 with modifier.
Okay, so mixed success. So essentially you're 7 to 9. So choose a complication to add in. So you choose your 2 effect tags, or 3 effect tags, and in this case 2 complications. So 2 effects and 1 complication, or 3 effects and 2 complications.
I'll take the 2 and the 1 complication. Okay. Complication. Cost my own life force to take 1d4 damage. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So this would be shape and create, I would assume.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a d4, and then mark that off of yourself, off of your total health.
Alright, d4. Boink. What do we got?
And this would ignore armor, by the way, so keep that in mind.
Right, now we have a 3.
Okay, so mark that off of your health.
Right.
All right, describe what you're doing. Describe what this looks like to everybody else, and what exactly happens. So I'll say, looking at it, the damage before you do this is it's at least 30 feet in one direction to your right, like the woman kind of off to your left here. The fence kind of comes this way to your right, straight ahead of you, and then you can see where it used to turn and come to the left a bit more in front of you. You can see where the breakage stops there. There's a solid chunk. That's why I said 2 rolls instead of just the 1. So this is the first one. So what is it that you do to get this started? What does it look like to everyone else?
Lex kind of crouches down and he puts both his hands on the grass. And, towards the side of the broken fence where she is, just rock comes out of the ground and creates another fence there.
You guys watch as where the fence kind of comes to a stop at one of the posts, and there's 2 boards that have fallen out of it due to being loose. You watch this whole section in front, you watch Lex just kind of walk forward, and this essentially rock fence pops up out of the ground. It's just flat stone. Go ahead and roll for your next one. See how you do on this one.
All right.
We'll say this is the larger section, so this will be the more straining one. Narratively, really, not necessarily like mechanically.
Oof. That was cursed. All right. 12.
12. It's still a mixed success. So, my brain will stop lagging. So, 2 and 1 complication, or 3 and 1 complication? 2 complications. 2 and
I'll
1
take
or
the
3.
damage again.
Yeah.
I'll take the damage again and then just use shape and create.
Yeah, same
again.
thing. All right.
Just
yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
So, and then you watch him walk over and do the same thing again, and you watch him strain a bit for this one. Go ahead and roll your d4 for the damage that you take here.
All right. Let me see.
How much do you take? Curiosity.
One. No, it rolled over. It's a 2. Rolled over.
Last second flip over. That's unfortunate.
Last
So you
second flip.
take 2 damage there. Okay. So you watch him strain a bit more for this one. Seeing as how he's probably trying to do. You can see he's trying to do a larger section, and you watch the ground shift, and it struggles. It seems like the rock wall itself struggles a bit more, but seeing as how he's struggling a bit more, you can see that he's having to put more effort out, and therefore it's not coming up quite as quickly, and it rumbles and rumbles and rumbles and slowly comes up and meets the same height as the other side, and it settles, shivers a bit more. You see his arms kind of shake a little bit as he's holding the ground, and then it stops and settles and is completed. And she now has a way better fence, at least on that section, than she did before. And she kind of stands up and is like watching after the first one. And then she watches you do the second one, and she goes, Do I even want to know?
Very long story, and no, you don't.
All right, I accept.
I would like to bless this fence in the name of Phalos for protection.
The holy fence.
Roll a d20 plus wisdom, just for funsies. This isn't actually doing anything. Just
I shall name thee the Holy Fence of Stone.
we'll call this one of your typical prayers.
Stonehenge.
It is an 8 with modifiers.
Oof.
Oh,
So
Yikes.
you yourself, I mean, you've prayed over a lot of fences and over a lot of roads, a lot of houses that you've built, a lot of different things that you've done. You yourself have had occasions where you make the prayer and you don't really feel anything, but you know the prayer's there. You put it out. You've said the blessing, but you don't necessarily feel anything. It was just essentially a roll to see if you like feel the divine connection, or if it's just like just kind of happens and you're unaware of it. But
Yeah.
you have an understanding enough that like you blessed it. You've done your thing. You've done your priestly duties. And she goes, well, that's I guess I won't be expanding in that direction, but thank you for fixing the fence. That was very kind of you. I don't have any money to give you. If you kill that troll, take some proof to the Farmers Union. They may have something for you. There's probably a bounty out. I haven't been in a while, but Tam keeps them organized, and I would imagine he's probably got a bounty out on it to try and get rid of it, or to try and ward it off from going to people's farms and causing problems. But I've got to get back to work. Thank you guys for your help. Happy hunting, if that's what you're doing. She kind of goes back to fix the shovel up, and she goes back to like cleaning up some of this dirt and like shoveling up holes and like filling them in, doing farm things, trying to get it back under control.
Well, look at you two go. That was mighty impressive. I didn't know you could conjure fences, Lex. We'll have to keep that in mind.
Fenceomancer.
That's
nice wall.
What else can you call it?
Fenceomancer.
Can you conjure a post?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Can you conjure people?
Can you conjure a living fence?
You want to be a real boy?
You want to be a real boy?
That's awesome.
So what do you guys do now?
Can we check for tracks?
We need to find this troll as soon as possible, I guess, don't we?
I'll say
Indeed, we do.
one of you can roll to try and search for tracks, and one of you can attempt to aid as well. So whoever's searching for the tracks, I'll say roll a discern realities. We'll roll your d20. I almost said 2d6 out of. I haven't actually said discern realities yet, and that just like brought it out. Roll your d20 and add your wisdom for the discern realities move, and then someone will be able to aid them. Tell me how you want to aid them. I'll assign a modifier appropriate, and we'll go from there.
I will roll the d20. I have high wisdom, so.
Okay. So you're rolling discern realities. Who wants to help him?
Could I have Voithos like scan the area with him to like aid him?
Yeah. I'd say
Wow, the one time I get a 9. Well, thanks, game.
All up to the modifier now. Come on.
Actually, I'm not remembering properly. Does Voithos has his own stats, correct?
No, he does not. He's
He does
just
not?
tied to me.
Tied to you.
The only thing he does is like mechanically is he reloads my weapons and I don't have to like get put into a spot to access my inventory. He's like my assistant.
Okay, I'd say roll
sorry.
and add. I'll say roll, add. I'll say +1. He's a kind of a physical helper sort of bot. I'd say probably just a +1. He's not like super observant. He's got like one eye.
15.
Not bad. 15. Okay. So what did you roll for Jack?
Got 6.
It's a 7 now. That's fantastic.
7.
You see some trails and stuff. It looks like it goes in multiple directions, but it's kind of hard to find a specific direction. But you do see a general direction of sort of destruction. Might be able to, try again in a minute. It's kind of hard to tell exactly where this is meandering.
So, shall we head towards the destruction? Because it looks like there's only one path, and it doesn't look like he took a different path to get here and then leave.
Sounds good to me.
And then we'll see what we can find as we go.
Onwards, I guess.
Upwards.
You guys start heading out into the woods now. Going from like you were traveling down the road eastwards. You're now going kind of south, like kind of downhill a bit too, off the back of this farm, descending down into the woods. And as you're traveling, you see some breakage over here. You see some like a tree over there. Occasionally, you find tracks, but it's hard to tell if you're going in the right direction or not. It feels like maybe you are. If somebody else wants to roll plus wisdom, because Jack doesn't seem to be having a great time in finding this trail. Does somebody else want to roll?
I could try.
I gotta. Alright.
20 plus wisdom, right?
Yes.
Onwards, let us see. Give me a good roll, Owlbear. That was almost a flat 20. How dare you roll over? Why is it still rolling? Jesus, come on. Give it to me.
Rolls at history.
It doesn't help that I have a low FPS in Owlbear because PC, so. 21.
Bad. You may ask me 3 questions from the discern realities.
I'm glad I have that playbook open this time. what here is not what it appears to be.
Um,
What is about to happen?
you seem to be following the trail of like maybe a bear of some kind or whatever, and you realize that the trail that you should have been following kind of meanders back east, 200 yards back. Kind of missed it. Those trees that you saw off to one side, on one of the sides was actually breakage from the troll probably wandering through. Second question?
Second question was, wait, which one was the first one I asked? Just so I don't ask it twice by accident, because I'm me.
I think
you
it was
said-
what appears, not what appears.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think
Okay,
it was what
alright,
here's not what it appears to be.
Okay. What is about to happen?
Would that apply? You assume that you're gonna be probably on the right trail. And it's not like assume isn't like you're unsure assuming. You're pretty certain that you're on the right path to follow it now. That's the what is about to happen. You're pretty sure you found the trail. This is the right one this time. Looking at the difference between what you were following loosely, what you've now found, this is definitely it. Third question?
What here is valuable to me?
What would be valuable is probably looking for either a temporary or more permanent abode of this troll, which could be anything. It could be up in a tree. It could be something that the troll has like grown a tree down and grown a bunch of branches over it, or a cave, any number of things. But some kind of place where this troll has.
Pretty valuable.
That would probably be what you. Considering, like, from Roll's earlier thinking about, like, and realizing that the troll must be close by to here in comparison to where it first started, getting a bit more desperate quickly. Yeah, you assume you're probably looking for, leaning towards probably more primary place of living.
Oh, want to know something funny? Apparently, during that entire conversation, that die started to roll over again.
Wow.
It landed on a 3.
I'll take the other roll because it had settled enough that you were able to get a roll out of it. So we'll keep that.
Yeah, I swear it was still. It wasn't moving.
I believe you. It's fine. Yeah. So new information revealed. What would you all like to do? Is there anything, any preparations or anything you'd like to make, or are we just moving on?
Do we have an idea of how we're going to approach this if it leads to us actually having to fight this thing? We need a plan.
Lex turns and looks. He's like, "All right, who needs a weapon?"
I don't. I am a weapon.
Would anyone like their weapon blessed?
Wow. Okay, then I'll just throw you at them.
What?
Seems like a reasonable plan.
Turns into a rocket. Pew!
If only I could conjure gunpowder, it'd be the perfect cannonball.
If need be, Manus or Revian can shoot me at the troll, and I'll.
I have
Take
a
it
question for you.
What?
Oh,
Me?
How
or
long
Lex?
does sharp wind last?
Let me look.
It just says next turn, but would that last on a weapon if you don't attack?
I'll say, I'll give the standard D&D. This might fuck you over, whatever it is you're doing, but I'll say 6 seconds. Like, it's about 6.
Okay, that's what I was figuring. I was just figured I'd ask.
About a round.
Okay.
Because it does specify a turn, but so I don't want to give it too much.
You know, I
Wait,
want to ask.
I don't need gunpowder.
I hope this doesn't come off as like a.
No.
Guys, I hope this doesn't come off as like a stupid question to ask. It might. But about the gunpowder thing, Say if we had gunpowder and I was in like somebody threw it, and then I did like the skeet shooting thing we did last time, but I focused on the gunpowder. Would I be able to cause an explosion if I focused enough pressure into that specific point and just like forced my hand closed and it exploded?
We don't need gunpowder. I can hand you a bead of blasting if it comes necessary.
Okay.
Also, I can literally shoot him with the force of a bullet without the need of gunpowder. So,
So that
if you wanted to do that.
So that question I will answer with, if you did have a hogshead of gunpowder, for Sword of the Mind, which of those 3 did you pick to keep as your Sword of the Mind?
Electricity.
You mean the elemental? Because I last time I told you you can have the elemental and just like use any of those 3.
Yeah, I went with the elemental.
Okay. I don't know
We
why-
also have a pitfall trap. Or a pit.
Oh.
We have a
How
robe
close?
of useful items has a pit on it. A cube of 10 feet on a side. Do we have to dig a hole to use it, or do we just use it?
Well, I know we pulled the patch up for the gold one. It just gave us gold. So
I
I'm
marked
assuming
it.
that would just...
I marked the gold off, so...
Yes, so I'm assuming it would just make a hole?
Reggie being the one that identified it, he pipes in and he goes, actually, from what I understand from kind of looking it over, I think you just throw the patch on the ground.
Ooh.
So we have a pitfall, basically.
We
That will
have
trap
2
them.
pitfalls.
Yes,
Put
2.
some of the plant down in the pitfall to see if it would like run up to it and fall in.
I have a small retcon to make. This is my fault. I didn't realize that I had something. There was an old thought that a train of thought that I had been following. It was actually Phoebe that would have identified that, by the way, not Reggie. But he was in the room, so I'll say that like maybe he discussed it, they talked about it. I don't know, something like that.
All right.
That's how he was able to tell you that just now. Retcon. Anyways.
Also, if he's in a cave or in a little hut he built and we can sneak up, we can place the pit in front so that we can get his attention. He can just run right into it.
That is also true.
Well,
But
if he's
also
in a
set him on
cave, I
fire.
could just collapse the cave and...
We don't
Or
want
run
to set
down.
him on fire. He has mushrooms on his back that would get destroyed.
Oh, and if I collapse the cave, it wouldn't reach the mushroom. Yeah, fair point.
Yes.
Okay, so
I was already
so
thinking
we
from
need
my
the
wind
mushrooms
abilities as
intact.
well.
So point is we need the mushrooms intact though.
Yes. I was
Okay.
debating on tossing Jug onto his back to have him pick the mushrooms and then run.
Could I just grow the mushrooms? Hold the phone.
Probably not those.
They're probably very unique and magical.
I don't think you've really been. I'm not sure you've been to Arcanesia before, but that'd probably be where they grow.
Wait a
'Cause,
sec.
it rains there most of the
no.
time.
Unfortunately, that doesn't fall under my jurisdiction. I just realized, yeah,
So
no,
you
that's...
probably wouldn't. But even if you could, it's kind of specific.
Yeah, you have a point. Crap!
Are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
About how big's a troll? Would he be stuck in that 10 by 10 foot hole?
Possibly.
Because if so, we could get the mushrooms off of his back and just
I mean-
leave, or just beat the shit out of him after we get the mushrooms
And-
off.
From what you
If-
understand,
Yeah, I was
they can
about to
be
say.
anywhere from 8 feet to like 15 feet tall.
Okay, so here's
So-
the thing. If it isn't deep enough, I could literally just make it deeper.
Or we can place the first trap, the first pitfall, and then throw the second patch in the hole and make it even deeper.
20
That
feet.
is
Aye,
true.
that is completely true.
But do we want to save one in case we need it for something else?
I would suggest saving it, because you never know when we're going to need it.
Yeah.
Would I
that's a
be
fair
able
point.
to make the pitfall trap bigger if I shot one of my cannon rounds into it, like using a charge?
That could work, perhaps.
And that would also
'Cause it
get his
does-
attention if it's in front of the
That
door.
that
That
gets
would.
attention
True.
for sure.
But I mean, that's like in the event that it isn't big enough. I could just like shoot it around his feet to like move some debris.
He would probably be blocking the floor.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you would have to make it bigger before he fell in.
Yeah.
Oh. Theoretically speaking, I could make the hole muddy so that he couldn't attempt to climb out.
Hmm,
Oh yeah, that would work.
That could work.
that could work. So, do we have a plan then?
We have multiple
Pitfall,
plans,
mud,
so-
and go.
Yeah, pretty fun. I still think we should just fire a jug at him.
I was about to say I'll stuff him down my cannon if he'll fit.
We'll save that. How about we save that for when we have no other options left?
Backup
Yeah, that'll be
plan.
the. That'll be
Backup
the,
plan is use jug.
That'll
Or-
be Plan E.
Or I can just make jug a
Plan
giant.
J.
I can literally just make jug a giant club and hand it to him.
Do 3 of us have the ability to launch Jug?
I think 3 of us have the ability to launch a jug.
Just wondering.
Because I know full well I have the ability to launch jug in multiple ways.
Heads up, I probably will not use my tornado because it would probably fuck up the mushrooms.
Ooh. Ooh, crap. That's a point.
Yep. I am slightly handicapped. Though I do have other things that I can use, but I can't use the beads of blasting on him.
Oh, be aware, if any of you did want me to make a weapon, it would probably be made of stone and thus heavy. Keep that in mind.
Is stone heavy?
Can be, depending on the stone.
Nah.
If I made you a club out of freaking granite, it'd have a hard time picking it up. At least anyone that isn't Jug. Or me.
Well, we have a plan. Let us head forward.
Right.
Onwards!
So, traversing forward. You gave me time to work on something extra for something I meant to do before. Minor, but
You're welcome.
thank you. It was something for Regi, actually. So you come along to an area that looks like this. Place yourselves. You guys would be over on this side of the map here. You come downhill into a sort of creek
It hasn't
area.
loaded in. I have no idea where you're at yet.
Circling it for now. Everybody loads in. Place yourselves on the map as you will. But you guys would be. Make sure to shrink yourself to the proper dimensions
Over here?
of the map. Down here.
Proper dimensions.
Just fit yourself within the square.
We shall fit ourselves within the square. Boink.
Or foot I.
It just went off to mine.
You're just gonna use a different symbol every time, aren't you?
All right. You guys come to a somewhat wide little creek here in the woods, and you see some broken trees all over. And Lex, having rolled as high as you did, you're looking around and you go, we're getting close. This is the place. Seems like the right spot.
So now that we know the map's topology, we could theoretically set up our trap, but we'd have to decide where.
We would also have to figure out where he's at.
I would assume in the cave, but that might also not be true either.
I hadn't had a chance to look.
I see this. Here, hold on.
There's a rock between us and the cave, partially.
Yeah, I was about to say, about how tall is this rock right here?
It's about 15 feet high, roughly. It kind of, it's kind of a larger boulder.
Would it be too hard for me to climb on top of that to get a vantage point of like wherever that troll might be?
You could probably get up to the top of it on like this section here. You'd probably be able to get up there.
All right, yeah, I want to
climb
sit up there.
It's not a smooth stone.
Yeah, like me and Voithos are gonna make our way over there to set up there to get a good vantage point with our cannon.
Okay. You do spot the only way to cross this little creek, because it is kind of, if you want to cross it without going through the water, there's a tree off to the side there, but otherwise you'll have to like wade through. It might carry you off. Seems like a pretty strong current right now.
I would be asking, is Reggie coming across with us, or is he staying on this side?
He seems intent in coming with you guys.
Then I would probably grab him and Jug and just float across the river.
So, yeah, he seems pretty all right with the with being out here in the woods. He hasn't been walking through the countryside and coming out in the woods with you guys.
He doesn't like people.
Yeah, he seems way less nervous. So all right. So for Manus, I'll say go ahead and roll plus Dex.
Alright. I sent you a DM as well, yes. I want to see, because this might be helpful.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hell yeah, you cross like
You ballerinaed that
it's
shit.
fucking nothing. You
Like
like
Phalos
full
has always
balance
been
and skip
watching
across
me.
the top. No problem. And Voitos is right there behind you. He just kind of rolls over right down the middle. There's a perfect little path, and he crosses over it with you. I will look at if Discord will let me click on it.
I would probably have grabbed, because I can't carry anybody too heavy, Jug and Reggie, and probably put us both, all of us, about right here, about the back of the rock.
All right, something is wrong with Discord. I'm gonna click on something. If I disappear, just hold on a second.
Me too. Discord's been glitching on me the past few days, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, it's
If he decides to go with me anyway.
not letting me, like frozen or something.
What the?
Try your phone.
What's it doing? There it goes. What the fuck was that all about?
I don't know. Last time we were playing Dungeon World, the last campaign, Discord just closed itself on me for some reason.
I mean, it did that thing the other day where it like just completely restarted itself for no. Not surprising.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing that you're trying to do, roll your mastery. Just and this will be kind of general to see if you can or can't.
All right, let me see.
Rather than like worrying about one thing or another.
So yeah, 20 wisdom, same thing, pretty much. Okay, I get it. Let me see. Bloinkis. Give me high number. I pray to thee. No,
Pray to
it
the best
barely
gods.
missed the 20! It barely missed the 20!
Every time.
And now it's teetering between 2 and 18, and it's not stopping. Come on. Come on.
I think the dice
And my
are
luck
right.
is awful. It landed on 2.
So you go to step in the in this.
So
thing.
7.
Oh, wait, you're using your wisdom, correct?
Yes.
So that is a 12. You are lucky. What does it look like as you kind of stumble doing your thing across the river? It's not as smooth as you wanted it to be, but you
Wait,
get there.
Wait, I succeeded because I rolled a 2 plus the 5. So that's like a 7, right?
Oh, you said 7 total. I thought you meant you rolled a 7. I thought it finally rolled
No,
over.
in total, I landed on the 2, teetering between the 2 and the 18.
You tell me what happens.
He kind of like goes to step on the water, and he falls in, and he just floats to the bottom of the river and just sits crisscross, disappointed in himself because he screwed it up, and he just kind of stays there.
Say one of your elements. You're able to pass through quite easily, but you weren't able to do the cool thing that you were attempting.
When he's finished looking like an idiot, he just swims up like a bat out of hell in under 2 seconds and gets back onto the beach.
You watch Lex kind of shoot up on the other side. So a smoldering Lex comes up on the other side of the river, or the stream, excuse me, kind of strong, somewhat deep stream. It's not quite a river, but you wouldn't be able probably to jump across it, and you wouldn't be able to necessarily wade through it as like a normal person that isn't a freak like you guys. Jack, how are you choosing to cross the river? Stream, damn it. I did it again.
Stream.
How far is it?
It's a bit of a gap. I mean, you could try to jump it. It's gonna be a
square
a trick.
Each square is like what, 5 feet?
Each square is 5
By
feet.
the squares,
correct.
it's about 15 foot.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a jump. There
So that's like a 30-foot
you did see
freaking
Manus
gap.
cross it on this log over here, or this tree, this fallen tree that seems to be laid over on this side.
How big are you, weight-wise? Do you think I could lift you?
I'm pretty thin, so you most likely could lift me. Remember, I'm not
I
very
could
strong.
probably-
Jack is on like he's
Oh, could I
seems to
roll
be
again?
human
to
and
do the
kind
same
of
thing?
on the short side.
Yeah.
Could I roll again to do the same thing and just get him across?
Go for it,
I
yeah.
was about to say,
try
I
it.
could probably just
Yeah.
pull
All
it.
right. All right.
All
Let's,
This
right,
time
I'm
you
gonna
will
need-
have
I'm
to
gonna-
pick your different things though, because you're doing this for someone else.
yeah.
I'm going
So
to
I'll
need
just.
you to throw me.
All right, so,
I might not need to throw you.
Lex is
depending
offering
on
is telling you to
the
just try and cross essentially, and kind of walks up to the it's a creek. I specified a creek when I started, and then it's just like I've used many different words.
Wait, hold up.
walks up to the edge of
I need a quick refresher. Lex can do his abilities are
17.
It's hard to tell. It seems like some elemental stuff seems to be going on when he uses his abilities. 17. All right, so that is a mixed success for yours. So you can choose 2 and 1 complication or 3 and 2 complications.
Okay, so if I make a cut, okay, depending on how I deal with the complication, I could either screw you up or me up, really badly. Pick one, because if I pick possibly screwing either of us up, it would be random.
Keep in
Yours
mind,
is choice. On
The
who it
flow,
screws
it is
up.
a creek, so the flow is enough. In certain spots, you may get swept away a bit. It might be a bit of a challenge to get back out if you fall in.
I'm prepped to try and grab him if he falls in my way.
All right, you know what? Screw it. I'll take the damage. I'll take the
Do we
damage.
need to heal you?
2 and 1.
Do we need to heal you?
You're already at 12 or 14.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hold on, let me.
You're at 14. You've already lost like 5 hit points.
It'd be like that.
It be. You don't think it'd be like that?
So give me.
It do.
So what? So you're taking the.
I'd take the 4 damage. I'd take the
D4. So roll your
D4.
D4.
Oh wait, no, I have to roll the D4.
You roll
yeah,
a D4.
sorry.
So it may
Yeah.
just be 1 damage.
What is the D4 land? And the freaking board screwed up because I forgot to dang it after. Okay, come on. Looks like a 3, but it's still moving for some particular reason, so I'm not sure.
Give it a moment. It'll
How
settle
is it?
eventually.
It landed on the sharp side and is balancing there. It's not
I've
on a
seen
flat
that happen.
side.
That means
It's
it's
just
cocked.
there.
Reroll it.
I get. Yeah. If
It
it's
says 3. It's counting it as a 3. Should I just reroll?
is the die itself cocked? Be honest.
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah.
If it's not laying flat, it's cocked.
It's
Reroll.
not laying.
Even
flat.
even though it
Reroll.
gives you a number, I'll say reroll it because
Yeah, because I
should
agree.
be a number
That's
you
not...
can read and discern.
Oh my god! It almost did it a second time. All right, that is a 4. Son.
Fuck.
Okay, so what am I on?
Fuck.
What am I
Do
on?
we
10
need to heal
HP?
you? Yes.
What are your 2 tags that you choose as well?
Oh god. All right, I've had a streak today, boys. All right, let me look at my tags.
Left.
Transmute and long lasting, I would say.
Okay, that's a good idea. So, describe what it looks like as you walk to the edge of this creek,
I walk towards the
including
creek and
the pain that you feel as well, and what it looks like to everyone as you take this damage.
he holds his stomach as he walks up to the river, the creek, and he puts his foot on the water like he's gonna step on it, and it freezes a perfect path out of ice that for him to just walk across.
Aw, so he can see it. I was gonna say roll for trust if you're gonna walk on the water.
Indiana Jones
I
style.
was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if I like. I think I read this in a book one time.
Go for it.
Probably, you probably did.
No, that was the joke.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, that'd do it.
I think I read this in a Guardians of Gahul book.
All right, so Lex and Jack are now also across the small creek, so you can join your friends over there on the other side. Manus,
Before-
go ahead.
Before I climb up on that rock, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Lex.
Thank you, my good
Because we
man.
definitely saw the damage.
I see him grasping his stomach in pain, and I rush over to help before I get my position.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Your
I
cast
think
spell.
Lex has a
Like-
tummy ache.
Okay, he screws it. He's just like he throws up just straight water.
was about to say-
19.
He's got a little bit of blood coming out of his nose.
So on the cast a spell, you have the options of draw unwelcome attention, casting distances yourself from your deity. You take -1 on going, or after it is cast, the spell is revoked by your deity. You cannot cast a spell until again.
Oh shit!
So you essentially lose that spell slot, quote unquote, for the day.
Oh.
I'll just
Wait for me
take
to
a
kill
draw
myself.
unwelcome
Unwelcome
attention.
attention.
And then
I'm
what do I
peeking
roll
around the
for
rock
healing?
while we're here.
Yes, please do.
I am peeking around the rock to look around while we're doing all this.
I am standing on his shoulder, also peeking.
Also, there's just a pot. It's like that Scooby Doo scene. They just like look around the corner.
So
and there's
you're
tiny-
doing so you're doing
Mm.
cure light wounds specifically, or are you doing a different one?
Cure light wounds. Yeah.
Okay, so 1d8.
All right. One moment. 8.
Woohoo!
All right,
Almost full.
Lex, you take 8 hit points back.
Ooh, that's almost max health for me. Let us go.
Manus comes over you and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and I feel like you feel kind of warmth travel into your chest. Feel your life force returning a bit from the taxation that you just undertook.
Rest, my friend.
You, in doing this, you hear a loud thud, and you see some rocks kind of come rolling off some just debris rocks rolling off the top of this boulder. And there's this sort of tense silence after that.
Do I see anything?
Roll
Looking
plus
around the
wisdom.
rock?
Roll plus wisdom.
Jump
also
being on your
looking.
shoulder in the map is just glorious.
I'll roll aid.
14 plus 4, 18.
I rolled a 17 plus 2, 19. So that for my aid. So that would
Okay.
give him a +1.
That would give him a +1. That is correct.
So 19.
So 19.
So 19.
Um,
Full success.
you are able probably to assume that the troll is somewhere nearby, and that something about that was like something happened that alerted. Maybe the sound of Lex making the ice over the top of the river, or his wrenching sounds from being in pain. Maybe the
Or when he
heel,
splashed into the
something.
water.
Maybe the splashing. Something alerted what you might assume to be the troll.
Rivian, quick, toss me on top of the boulder. I'll get a view.
I can fly up to the top of the boulder.
Why not both?
Why not?
All right. Yeet.
You can toss. Oh
He's
my
small
God.
enough that your move that you have can fly up and just set him on the top there.
Does anyone else want to go to the top of the boulder? Because I could technically aid with it.
I'm gonna climb up here in a sec.
Yeah, he was trying to get a good vantage point for his stuff. I was just looking around.
So be it.
I wanted to see what was going on up here.
like, I can actually shape stairs into the side of the rock and just, a ladder.
Do
So
we
people
need
can
more
climb.
noise? We have a 24-foot ladder if we need one out of the cloak.
Oh, okay, well that
We're
works.
trying not to make noise.
I can deliberately make it silent with tags.
That's true.
I am busted.
Yeah. So, do me and Jug see anything while up at the top?
Who wants to roll this time?
I'll let Jug roll this time.
I'll roll
yeah,
again.
let's get a jug roll. Let's see what happens.
Can I aid him?
Yes, you can. I'll
Wisdom?
Say you can. Yeah. Both of you roll plus wisdom. You're trying to get an eye out, look around, try and figure out where this sound is coming from. What's going?
Maybe I should have rolled. I got 23.
I got a 17. So 18
Yeah,
total?
18. You see up to the. I'm gonna use cardinal directions for this map, but you guys are kind of southeast of that house that you left, of that woman's house. But on the north side of the map, to the northeast, you see some kind of like pile of boulders, or looks like some kind of something attached to the side of some sort of smaller mountain or something like that. You kind of see this over here. You see a pile of boulders, and there's lots of vines and stuff all around it, and a few fallen trees. Some that have been overgrown and seem to be rotting away, and some more fresh. You see a lot of fallen trees over to this side as well. This also seem a bit more fresh. Lots of like debris of like trees and stuff. Like something clearing paths or moving stuff around because brainlessness and all of that.
Do we see any
brainlessness.
tracks going
You-
into the cave or not?
It's hard to tell. You see the tracks, but it's hard to tell which direction they're going.
A little bit too far away.
You're within like a proximity of wherever this thing is.
Can I make my way up to the top of the rock as well?
Yeah, sure. I'll say, having all of these other things going on, I'll say you just kind of like slowly make your way up instead of making. It's not super perilous. But really, anybody could climb it. It's like I said, it's not a smooth boulder. But you make your way up to the top pretty easily, and looking around. What are you trying to do? You gonna do the same thing? Just try and eye the situation, see what you see.
Yeah, just trying to get a look at the terrain.
So specifically the terrain.
Really just kind of like looking around, just seeing what all I can see now that I've reached the top of the boulder.
Okay, go ahead and roll plus wisdom.
All right.
Also, for Lex, mark 1 XP for your failed roll. Your 7. Has anybody else failed yet?
I failed,
Yeah.
I failed
twice
once
already,
earlier.
Actually.
Okay, so mark an XP for
From
that
our
as well.
perception.
Alright, so I need to mark XP.
I rolled a 10 without modifiers, but a 14 overall with modifiers.
Okay, 14.
Where the hell did my pen go?
Looking around, you see the tracks, the same thing that they see. You see a lot of the broken trees, and you see the like very viney boulders over there, like very overgrown from what seems to be like some fallen trees that have kind of grown over in the brush there, and like kind of hard to tell. It's like no discernible direction. It's hard to figure out exactly. The same thing as what I told him. You can tell you're in the right area, but it's hard to tell where to go from here. But you know you're within enough proximity that, based on that sound you heard a minute ago of that big thump, you're in the area, but you're not sure where it is.
All right. I'm gonna just kind of make my way down to closer to where the big pile of rocks is right here. I'm just gonna stand right here just so I can kind of see this a little bit better.
Okay.
I will probably stage whisper or whatever down the rock and tell everybody else what we've seen, and ask if anybody's sneaky enough to try and get a closer look at the cave.
Theoretically speaking, I have a specific step. No, I could. Actually, I could do that. I forgot that I can do a thing.
What are you trying to do?
He wants to see if someone can sneak up and get a closer look.
Just in case, take the robe of many things, or at least the patch for the pitfall.
Yeah. That's
In
a
case
good
you get
idea.
the chance to
Well,
toss
if
it.
you rip the patch off, by the time you do something with it, it's gonna
It's
act.
too late. Okay, then take the robe with you.
Yeah. Alright. So,
It may as well just be the tarp of many things since nobody's wearing it. Does it add armor?
The
Oh, that's a
robe?
good
No,
question.
it's just a robe with patches attached to it.
Uh,
Pretty basic.
Just a travel cloak.
It's essentially like it's an item that does not require attunement for. As far as I remember, I might be completely wrong, but it's just a robe with some patches on it. It does cool stuff. Okay, so are you using some sort of move, or are you just going to basic sneak over there?
So my idea is to essentially sneak up to the cave, and to everyone else's surprise, I was actually going to go in it and use a specific ability if that would
Okay, so
allowed.
So are you doing anything special, or are you just using a regular sneak? Because it's either your ability or whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, or you're just going to roll plus dex.
I use one of my abilities when I get in the cave, but do I have to roll anything on my way to the cave sneaking
Yes,
over
that's
there?
why I'm bringing this up.
Yes,
because I'm trying
okay,
to determine
normal
what you're gonna
sneak
roll.
then, because it wouldn't be useful for me to do a thing
Okay,
out here.
so roll plus dex to see if you're able to sneak over there first.
20 plus discs. Albert, don't fail me now. Give me the goods.
Come
Would I
on,
be able to
public.
aid him by spotting him from on top of the rock as he's trying to sneak up?
I'd say probably not, because he's well. Wait, hang on. You have your cantrips.
He was rolling a die in his hand. I don't like that.
Oh no, you don't. For some reason I was thinking you had message. I forget that's not the game. No, probably not.
That is the second time that it appears to have nearly cocked. Let me see. It's on a 6. Okay, it didn't cock. Okay, so.
But he's too far away.
11.
If you're trying to stay quiet, you're not gonna be able to whisper to him. It's out of range. He's like over like 150, 200 feet away. Like he's pretty far away.
Would I be able to flash the light cantrip if I saw anything crazy coming that he wouldn't be able to, though?
Yeah, if you told him to look out for it beforehand, yeah, I'd say you could probably like flash a light at him. So what was your total roll, Lex?
My total roll was 11.
Oof.
Actually, no, I don't know what my dex modifier is. What's my dex modifier?
Your dex modifier is +3.
+3. 9. Yeah.
Because you said 6.
I'll say you get about.
I might be able to use my ability to save it if I'm close enough.
Can I activate quick step just in case?
Yes. So you get about here when you realize that you may have slightly fucked up because something snags your leg and it begins to constrict.
I see. Okay, well that happened. Alright. So, in other words, something just attached itself to my leg.
It's one of the vines.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're in vines.
It's definitely one of the vines. It's snagged your leg.
Okay, so do I have to roll to take the vine off? I'm assuming?
Yeah, you'd have to roll plus strength to try and rip it off.
Ooh. Oh, could I just use my dagger to cut it off? That would probably be plus strength too. Whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and roll plus your strength to try and cut through it. It's pretty tough.
This won't use my dagger's ability, will it?
No, you'd have to activate that to use it.
Oh, wait, I could use my dagger's ability, actually, and it would be useful. Problem is, I don't think. I hope it wouldn't be.
What am I looking for? Oh.
All right. I theoretically could do that, but also. I don't want to make this more complicated. All right.
I also have a cannon that's essentially a flamethrower. If you want me to just try and burn that vine off, like
I'm worried that would attract too much attention.
We're still trying to be sneaky.
I can run down there and just rip it. I can just try to rip the vines.
He could.
But all I could probably do would be add sharp winds to your weapon to do it.
That could work as well. Well, if I'm correct and my ability works, theoretically speaking, I should be able to get over there and get rid of the vine at the same time.
Ah.
Hang on, let me see. I don't even remember where I put that down at. Or if I did, I should have.
I could just DM you what it did.
Yeah, I don't know where I put it.
Alright, let me DM it.
I guess I didn't write it down. Okay, well.
Wait. That was 29.
Hold on. This is gonna take a minute to type because it's complicated.
Copy paste it. Do you have it in your notes?
I do not.
Take a picture and send it if you have your phone available.
I do not have it in any of my notes, but I remember what it does. So
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
There we go. Fully typed. Because I was already almost done with it when you found it.
Give me down. God. Paste it for you. So here's the technical thing that I did for it.
Yes.
Copy paste it in my notes as well. I don't know why I didn't copy paste that. God. Okay.
I just realized I described my weapon wrong. It's not a flamethrower. It's more like a really powerful laser pointer. It's like a heat ray.
Yeah. I forgot we had talked about that, huh?
Don't let a cat play with that.
Okay, so your daggers, I mean you can try, but the trick is gonna be the vine letting go of your leg.
Well, so theoretically, would it pull me hard enough to rip the vine?
And you may end up just being a trapeze rope and the centerpiece of said trapeze rope.
See, that's what I was worried about.
That's essentially what I'm saying, is like, it's a matter of like...
I think I'm
if
just
it
going to
lets
cut
you
it.
go. Right. Roll plus strength to see if you can get it to let you go. Cut through it or something. Because like pulling on it, like, I'll say, what I was going to say is, pulling on it, it definitely, like, you're used to vines and you can like probably pull it apart, but it's like, it will not. It will not. So you, of course, you pull out your dagger. What do you want?
Alright, so let me see. So what's my strength modifier?
+3.
Okay, let's see. Alright. Another one of the world's slowest rolls. Here we come.
There are also mobile like application dice rollers. There's one that I use that's pretty good. You can choose.
There's one that I had as well, but I'm using Owlbear because I had the worst luck in existence with the other one.
Dice jailing the dice roller.
Yeah.
Has it picked a number, any number yet?
Out of total plus modifier, that would be a
13.
Yes.
So you get sawing through it again, and you get most of the way through, and you hear another one of those thuds, those thick, loud thuds. Hear another one.
Oh, son of a freaking.
Okay,
Do
that
you see
ain't
anything
good.
from on top of the rock?
You don't see anything yet.
Can I run
Do
down
we
there
know
and...
where it's coming from?
It's on like this end of the map somewhere.
Ah,
Like,
direction out. Just
kind
check.
of, yeah, kind of on this side of the map. It's hard to tell precisely which direction because it is just a thud, and you're feeling it and hearing it, which actually kind of makes it difficult.
Could I go around this side?
Yeah. So now that you've cut through it, you're able to actually You can kind of get around this way. Go ahead and roll plus dex again for your stealth.
20 plus dex for stealth. Alright. Dex was 3 again?
Yes.
Yeah, dex was 3. Come on. Give me a good one. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. It did. Yep. Alright. Yep.
Take a step and get caught again.
I got 9.
Yes. Take a step and get caught again.
So, you climb around, and it seems to be going well. Get right up over here, and as you're kind of clearing over this log,
Those are skeletons.
if you zoom in, you'll notice 2 things that you didn't notice as Lex. And as you step over this log, you hear crunch, crackle, crackle, crunch, crunch, crackle, crackle. And it's very, it's not quiet. This is like hollow, dry sticks in the woods that are like bent, like to defy all of God and humanity. They're bent upwards and make all the ungodly noise you could imagine. And you look down and realize that it's not sticks, it's bones. And then you hear
Could I quickly roll the thing that I was attempting?
Go
I
ahead
might be
and-
able to save myself here.
Go ahead and roll, and
So-
we'll see where you end up.
Considering that stealth isn't going to...
Were you close
okay,
enough to
considering
place
the
the
trap...
Stealth is out the window for you specifically, at least right now.
For me specifically, stealth is at the window. So... Alright, so plan B, or the original plan A, was for me to go in here and use my ability, so I could technically run by and use my ability at the same time and leave behind the patch. So, let's see, that would use Mastery. Yeah, that would use all that.
Okay. Plus wisdom.
Alright. Roll plus wisdom. And blank.
Reggie comes around this side of the rock actually and kind of hides right here, and he's like peeking around and looking out.
Oh, is it gonna land where I think it is? Please, God, tell me it lands there. Please. 19! Yes!
Ooh.
All right, 3 tags and 1 complication, or 2 tags and no complication.
Actually, that's 19. 19. 24, actually. Because 19 was flat. So I rolled plus wisdom. Yeah, that's a 21.
What was the total roll? Sorry, I was changing my music.
Total roll was 21.
21. So choose your 2 tags.
Alright,
Keep in mind, something is racing in this direction very quickly.
Something this way comes.
What's that meme? Like a picture. I am rapidly approaching your destination at max speed or something, and it's just a picture of whatever you want to put on
okay.
there.
Would this be shape or enchant?
It depends on what it is that you're trying to do.
Let me DM it to you. And because of the nature of it, would I have to use subtle? That's my question here, because I'm not sure on that one.
I would say subtle would probably have to be a given if you're trying to use this to hide or something.
Yes, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, subtle is definitely a given. What would your second one be?
So would that be enchant, or would that be shape?
Probably enchant.
I assume so. So, okay, so since that was a success, okay. What do you guys see?
I sent you a question,
Yes,
by the way.
I'm checking on that really quick. I think that is...
Oh, wait, for him to check this.
Couldn't remember if we decided to leave that with it.
I don't think we did.
Couldn't remember.
No, it's
Yeah, I've got the stuff wrote down. I was just checking because I couldn't remember if that was added or not.
no, and I have the finalized version also. No, we
Okay,
talked
just
about it,
checking.
but we decided against it.
Okay.
All right. So describe what it is that you do here, Lex. Seem to be approaching some sort of something happening. Getting closer and closer and closer.
So what they see is Lex just literally runs up to about right here and then just disappears. He's just gone.
Okay. You guys are looking at Lex, and as he runs into the mouth of the cave, it's like you see him there and then you don't, and it's kind of like there's something in your peripheral vision, and every time you go to look at it, you don't see it. It's like it moves out of your peripheral, like you can't quite see it. It's just slightly out of view. Like you can, like you're familiar with Lex. You think it might be something that he's capable of, that he's doing, but it's like it's really weird, and you've never seen him do this before. Lex, you're entering the mouth of the cave.
Yes.
You get about 10 feet inside before you hear
That was so loud it cut out.
Yeah, I only caught the front of that. Drop the trap.
So as
coming out
I
of
guess
the mouth of the cave, you see an troll. It doesn't seem to see you, but it is aware that someone is out here.
And the rest of us see the troll?
You guys see a troll exit the mouth of the cave and just and just kind of goes feral, like something is trying to invade its home.
Thing is, try to invade its home.
I think
You
someone
want us
already
not to-
invaded it, so
So you
I
are
do the same thing.
I'm gonna say the troll is technically still inside, and you're like right here next to it.
yeah. Alright.
You're looking up the leg of a 10-foot tall troll, and it looks pissed.
Okay. Could I use one of my abilities to get to tell Revian something? Because technically I could from here if I do it right.
That depends. That would probably be.
That would be actually under. That would be a weird one. Where is it? Could I technically use commune to have someone relay information to him?
Yeah, you could probably air and send a little message over to him. From what you've learned about Revian over the last, several days of sailing from Escamil, you gather you could probably send an.
Oh,
message
because he can't see spirits of specific. Okay, I see. Alright. Well, yeah. I
No,
would have
but
to do
I
that.
can talk to a specific type of spirit.
Yes,
So
exactly.
roll plus wisdom, and then we're gonna move into a bit more seriousness here.
Here we go.
He's looking for people and something outside of his cave to hit.
Oh, dang it! It was almost a flat 18. Screw you. Come on, give me something. Give me something. Oh my God! It didn't.
It did.
Please stop rolling. Please stop rolling. Please stop rolling. Please.
Man, you need to make this public so we
16.
can. Nice.
Flat 16.
Make your rolls public so everybody can see your rolls.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Laughing.
What do
these
you
are
want?
getting
That's
interesting. We
21.
want to see it happen.
I wanna. Okay, how do you make it public? Is that
Click the little planet on the side.
On the bottom. On the
Okay,
side.
there. I already deleted it by accident, but yeah, that was 21.
Oh, we don't see the tray. We just see
That's
the
everything.
number.
We just see
Yeah.
the die.
All right.
Yeah,
So you
so-
rolled a 21. All right. So 22, because you have mastery.
Yeah. 22. Yeah.
You're not necessarily. We'll kind of modify this here. Since you're trying to send a message, we're going to spend all 3 of your questions, or all 3 of your little holds there to send a message. What do you say?
I inform it and I say, I ask it to tell Revian if the group can try to create some sort of distraction so that I can throw the patch under it when it goes to investigate.
Revian,
Thus
standing atop
forcing
the
it in the
rock,
hole.
kind of looking around, you feel a little bit of like a dust devil kind of swirl around you for a moment, and you hear a whisper in your ears. Essentially the message that Lex has sent you guys to cause a distraction for him.
And my first reaction would be, everybody, you need to get ready in as quiet a voice as possible so that they can still hear me. And we also need to cause a distraction for him.
Can I shoot somewhere in front of the cave, just like with my cannon, just somewhere over here, nice and loud?
Oh yeah.
Well, the problem is that might attract attention to yourself as well.
Guys, throw me. I can cause a distraction.
I'm
gotta
going to put Jug in my cannon and shoot him over that would be the projectile I shoot.
Trust me. Trust me.
I mean,
You can take it.
it might work. Yeah. I'll say.
You can take
I
it.
was about to say, I could probably fly over there as he's screaming and be out of the reach of the troll.
Theoretically speaking, if I was there, I could have put rock armor on him to make sure that the explosion wouldn't cause him harm, but I can't do
He
that.
has
Where I
armor.
am.
So what are we
wait,
settling
He
with?
does, so.
What are we settling with? Which plan?
So what do we want to do? Are we launching him, or am I carrying him over there to scream in the middle of the air?
I'll back you guys up if you want to go fly over there and cause a distraction.
Okay.
I
All
can do,
those
I can do
in,
something. I could do something if I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
I
All
can be
those in
aggro.
favor of launching him, and all those in making him fly, or you know what, being on the ground, whatever.
I'm good either way.
Same.
Doug says
You got-
launch.
You guys go ahead and
Just
you can
launch.
fly him. All right, you know what, Jug? I'll launch you over there.
Thank you,
All right.
Manus.
So Manus, this is.
I
this
didn't
is,
look at Albert.
Actually,
Do I need to spend a charge to launch Jug? Or jury
no.
rig?
Actually, what I was going to say, we can do a jury rig. When you quickly fix, repurpose, or fabricate a device on the spot, describe what you're doing. Roll plus int.
I'm making a Jugapult.
Jugapult. Love it. I was waiting. I was actually genuinely a wonder of mine was when was somebody who was going to be the first person, and in what way was Jug going to get launched first? And you guys are
I
about
knew
to
I
find
was
out-
going to build a device.
You
to
guys will
throw
soon
him.
find out why I was wondering that. This isn't quite the situation I was expecting, but it works.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you roll?
18.
18. All right, so that is a mixed success. 19 plus is a full success. Don't forget that, guys. So 7 to 9, choose one.
Let me
Hey.
look to it real quick. It'll work, but not for long. I'll need to hurry up and take advantage of it.
So Manus
How far can you
Tweaks.
launch him?
tweaks his cannon slightly and rushes. He says, "Hurry!" and then like motions for you to get in front of his cannon because it's like it's got to be a quick thing.
I get in front of the cannon.
I'll let you say the word.
Are you ready?
Fire.
Godspeed. I let him loose.
Where am I going?
How far does he go?
Yeah, how far does he go?
Because 60 feet would be to here.
Yeah,
I
it
measured
would be
it.
about to there. Jesus Christ, that was fast.
This is 60 feet.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you rolled an 18, and you had
Yeah.
that work, but not for long. So it essentially does what you intend to. I'll say yeah. You end up pretty much where you want to put him. He ends up pretty much where you want to put him. You guys watch as Jug flies out of the end of his cannon, lands, and creates a small crater in his area of landing, and looks unperturbed by the landing.
I do a superhero landing.
1'2" possum folk lands and does like a 3-point landing.
He does a 3.9.
and then stands up with like fists are ready.
Bam.
And the
freaking
troll
doesn't
sees
iron.
you and immediately just, and then comes just.
Is he running at me?
He's running towards you. I
I'm
was
running
gonna
towards
say,
him. Unstoppable force.
Go for it. All right, we will open into combat.
So,
Roll
well,
I probably would have
should
come
I
over here
roll?
behind this log.
So, Colton,
Yeah, I'm gonna move
Jug.
up with Revian as well.
Jug, roll plus strength. Lex, what are you doing?
Like
You got an attack of
plan-
opportunity.
Oh, okay, so problem is if I throw the patch, it's gonna catch Jug in it.
Not
10 foot by 10 foot. That's 2 squares by 2 squares.
Okay, no, so he should be fine.
All right, so rolled a 3, but I have a +8, so I got an 11.
I'm
Mine-
gonna roll to throw the patch. Is that Dex?
So on my
Hang
unstoppable
on.
force.
I was waiting for you, Jug.
Okay. So the normal 10 plus is smashed through with no problems. Anything in my way takes damage, but this the mixed success is as a 10 plus, but with complication. So I'm gonna choose the momentum takes me out of position, but I'm going to charge into him as well.
So
And
you're
when I
just
charge
charging
in-
straight at him?
Yes. So I smashed. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you,
running. I am running right into him. I'm gonna jump.
Are you
and
doing
just
like? Oh, you're jumping. So you're jumping into torso.
I'm jumping in the torso. Bam.
So you jump up, hit him, and you fly into him. He kind of and like goes off to the side. So do they take damage?
Yes.
Okay,
Anything
so
in my
yeah.
way takes damage.
So roll your
but-
d8. So he takes the damage, and you end up bouncing off of him and ricocheting and actually ending up kind of in the cliff over here, leaving a little crater as you land. So you're now over here. Small indention in the cave side. Roll your damage
rolled
and then go ahead.
I rolled a 5.
5. So
It'd be that.
okay. Lex, so where exactly are you trying to throw this hole? Directly underneath him?
Directly under him. Directly
Okay,
underneath him.
so you watch as the troll is running away from you, and then something hits him, and you see Jug go flying into the cave side and create an indentation of the wall as the troll comes and then stands back up as you throw the hole down. You had this prepared, so I'm going to give it to you since it's
All right.
since you're hard to see and you succeeded at your essentially advanced stealth roll. You run up and you throw the hole, and the troll is the same height as the 10 foot by 10 foot hole. So he
His
kind
head
of
sticking out.
matches up at the top of it, and he just kind of like looks around and just, and like smashes the top of it and like starts trying to pull himself up. What?
Can I do something while he's still in the hole?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
I'm gonna count that as your turn for here, Lex, and then we're gonna jump into
That works.
what is there something that and if everybody would like to do to prepare here? Not necessarily something to do with the troll because he's very far away. Anything? How would you guys like to prepare? Jack, Revian, Manus.
I just came down here with Revian. I have my cannon. I have my cannon aimed on the
Okay.
troll for if
Ready
he
to fire?
tries to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Revian,
Well,
you have anything specific you want
prep
to do?
something later. I probably would have picked up some small rocks or grabbed some of my ball bearings out of my pocket.
Okay. Ball
but
bearings. Jack.
I wanted to do something different.
Oh wait, there is something I want to do.
Jack, is there anything you'd like to do to prepare for the coming scuffle?
Yeah, no.
I would like to cast a spell before the scuffle.
Okay.
You're
go
still
ahead.
behind the rock.
I would like to cast magic weapon on my cannon.
Okay. So roll your cast a spell plus wisdom. Jack, how would you like to prepare for the coming scuffle? If you're
I
the
rolled
right
a
order there or
16.
not. 16? So choose one.
I will take that I can no longer use this spell.
Okay, so you
This is
lose
my
you lose your magic weapon for the day, and you get, I think it's a extra 1d6 of damage. 1d4, 1d4 damage, plus 1d4 damage to anything that you do. And you take -1 to cast a spell while this is ongoing. So until you dismiss it, you have -1 to cast a spell. System.
Is that just my cleric spells, or if I try to do like artificer thing?
That's just your cleric spells.
All right, cool.
So I'm gonna put this sticky note here for you. Am I even spelling that right? I am. -1 until magic. Weapon. Nope. That. Oh god damn it! It did it again. -1 cast spell. There, perfect. Damn it.
The caster.
Caster spell.
Casta.
The
That's
caster.
for you.
The caster.
And then an extra D4 damage, you said?
Yes. Plus 1d4.
All right.
Oh, that doesn't
Noted.
work. Huh. You can't shift enter and like make a space.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Jack, would you like to do anything to prepare here? Are you there, Robert?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What would you like to do to prepare for the scuffle coming up here?
I'm not sure what I can do right now except to just
Well, it's just,
prepare myself.
Do what?
Just to mentally prepare myself.
Okay. Would you like to move? I mean, like, would you like to move up closer? Is there any specific place you'd like to be on the map here?
Positioning.
Positioning.
Let me check it, and then it crashes. Great. Let me reopen it.
You are currently behind the rock.
Yeah, you're behind that big boulder that you guys were climbing up earlier.
Yeah. I'm going to let's see, where's it? This boulder, right?
This one here.
Yeah.
Where you're at.
Right here. Yeah, right here. I'm thinking, can I move right here?
Wait, which one is
there by
which?
the vines, that was
so
him.
There's Jack and then
Yeah,
there's
He
another-
added a spot. He added a new one. I'll delete the other one.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
So you're going over there to that boulder to prepare? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's like a free one for you. So this is just like preparing for the coming combat. You're going by these smaller boulders with the vines. I will mention you did see that Lex got snagged by this vine here, that it snagged his leg and like held him in place and he had to cut it. So you guys understand that these vines are problematic and will grab you. So that is a bad area to go through. All right, so we're going to jump into order here. The first up is Manus on my usual way that I do this. Manus is first. Manus, what would you like to do?
What is the troll currently doing?
It is climbing out of the hole that was created by the patch from the Robe of Useful Items.
Okay, so he's just still stuck in it. He's
he's in it, and it's the same height as him, so he's like climbing out. He's pissed, extra pissed now.
All right.
Question. Quick question. Sorry to interrupt. My quick
no
step
worries.
allows me to go first if I choose to.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I would like to cast Pitch Perfect on the troll.
Okay. Pitch Perfect. That's the funky one.
Yes, the one that allows me to do like 3 different things.
Yes. Roll your cast a spell.
Alright. Over to that. 12 plus 5. 17.
You said 17?
Yep.
Okay, so that is a mixed success. So,
Just without issue, and I
So
use
it's
the
just without
spell
issue.
slot or spell mana.
yeah, your mana. So that's 1 mana.
Yeah.
So what is it? So what is exactly you're trying to inflict upon this troll that will give a +1 forward to someone?
I am wanting him to cover his ears so he will stop trying to climb out of the hole.
And he does. Yeah, he covers his ears. He's like, "Rah!" Hearing this loud, sharp, high-pitched noise coming out of the mouth of Revian. And we'll go back to Manus. What are you trying to do now? You now have a whatever. If you try to attack him or do anything to the troll, it's going to be at a +1.
Would I be able to take a shot at him from right here? He's
50
50 feet away.
What is
Would
your,
I need to move up?
What is your range on your cannon?
It does not have one.
That is interesting.
It just tells me the only thing it tells me is when I would remove ammo if I were to volley with one of my gadgets to just mark -1.
It doesn't give you a range. Huh.
Very interesting.
But I will move up
Hmm.
if I move to.
Yeah, that's
That's a big cannon. I would say near or far. To me, anyway.
yeah, I'd say that's in range.
Okay, I am gonna spend a charge.
Because
to,
that's within near range, so. You're gonna spend a charge to roll plus intelligence?
Yeah, and the way I'm gonna flavor that is, Manus kind of tinkers with it, and it just starts humming to life. And rather than like loading the cannonballs in normally, they kind of just magnetically just float in. Voithos just kind of leads them into the cannon, like the magnetic force is like taking over and like charging it up.
Okay, Revin, you watch as like Voithos, like before, picks up the cannonball and puts it into the end of the barrel, and instead of having to push it up in there, like his little arm extends, like push it up. Instead of that happening, he puts it at the end of the barrel and just and like pulls into it. And then he fires it off and roll your damage.
Oh my gosh! A natural 20.
Oh my god!
Oh,
You roll a natural
All
20
right.
on that, so that is it's gonna be full damage for it too, plus a d6.
That's 8 plus a d6 plus the d4 from a.
Oh, that's right,
Magic
magic
weapon.
weapon. Some damage coming through on this one. All right, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna roll my d6 and then I'll roll my d4.
Hey,
All right, 3 with the d6 and a 2 with the d4, so that's an extra 5. So that is gonna be 13 damage.
Ooh, big
does
hit.
he have to roll those extras, or do those go max as well?
Oh, that's true.
So the extras I'm gonna have you guys roll still. So your damage die
Okay.
itself is gonna be max, but everything else you'll still have to roll. So that is how much you said total? 13.
8 plus 5, 13,
Plus
right?
5. Yes, 13. So,
All right, yeah, 13 damage.
Okay, wow. Yeah, he takes a big hit. So, you watch this troll get hit in the head with, it looks just like a laser beam, but you know the cannonball came out at some point. You watch this beam just hit this troll in the head as it's like holding its ears, and as the sort of shock to it wears off from the whistle, I'll say Jug. Yeah, Jug would be next. Jug, what would you like to do?
How? You know what? No, I think I could do this either way. All right, so I'm going to try to run up to the troll. And how far up is he out of the hole? Can I
not
like
now.
jump
He's
on
standing-
him?
He's just standing down in it. Yeah, you would land on like his back or his head or something.
All right, cool. I'm going to jump on his back,
Okay.
and I'm going to wrap my tail around his neck and use crush.
I was about to say,
Squeeze
don't
the life-
crush the mushrooms.
Don't worry, I'm going for his neck.
All right,
Squeeze the
roll,
life out of an
Roll plus strength to try and like grab him and get a hold of him.
15 plus 8, 23.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So you get a hold of him pretty easily. Go ahead and roll your crush damage.
I roll 2d6 or 2d8, pick the highest one, and then if he lives, reduce their armor by 2. Let me get 2d8s. All right, I rolled a 6 for damage.
Okay. So you squeeze and you squeeze and you squeeze and you see that it hurts. And let's see. Yeah, you reduce
I didn't mean to do that.
armor by 2. And he's looking hurt. He's looking rough right now. The troll he's not looking happy in this hole here. And I'll say he kind of like
I went to try and move my map, and it accidentally clicked on him.
I'll come to that in a minute. Okay, so next is Lex. What would you like to do?
I would like to roll mastery.
Okay, go ahead and roll your mastery. What are you trying to do?
I am going to make the walls and floor around inside the hole wet so that he cannot directly climb out.
You can turn it into mud, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, so roll your
Make
mastery.
it basically a mud hole. Alright. Alright, this time you guys can probably see it. Let's go. See how it lands.
Oh shit! Oh, well, thank God.
Yeah, I was about to.
That was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was. It's been like that every time I have.
So that's what is your total there?
18.
18. Okay, that
With
is
a
a
wisdom
mixed
modifier.
success. So 2 effects and 1 complication, or 3 effects and 2 complications.
Now you know why I said share it, so now we can feel your pain.
I'll take the damage and then just put the 2 normal tags, I suppose.
Okay, which tags
So
are you taking?
transmute.
Okay. Oh yeah,
And-
obviously yeah. Transmute and. Is there another one that's really important at all, or?
Would that be long lasting or debilitate? Debilitating.
I'd say yeah. You turn like the whole thing into mud essentially, and his feet kind of get stuck, so it's harder for him to get out.
Yeah, I think the. There, yeah.
So you're going with debilitating?
I could just also do long lasting so that it doesn't like wear off or something while he's in there. I'd say long lasting actually,
Okay.
because based on the nature of it, naturally it would probably be
Transmute and long
debilitating
lasting.
anyway.
All right, so it
Yeah.
turns into a mud pit for him. So he's like scrambling up with Jug on his back, and he's not making any progress. Jack, what would you like to try and do?
Damn it!
Thinking. So how hurt is he right now? Like, how far do you think we've gotten?
He's looking relatively hurt, and he's pretty pissed about it. He's not happy.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm doing this so we will know where the hole is.
I see. I saw it there for a second, and it kind of disappeared.
I was changing color.
There
It was
it is,
great. It wasn't
there.
very easy to see.
Yeah, there we go. That works.
I guess I'll just try to blast him.
With your telekinetic strike.
Yes.
Okay. Roll your d20 plus wisdom.
Okay. Let's see what do I get. Okay. Where is it? 17 is what I got with modifier.
Okay. So a mixed success. Telekinetic strike. So choose one from the list on telekinetic strike. Expose yourself or an ally to danger. Something near your target is destroyed by the blast. And we'll tell you what. You're overwhelmed with psychic feedback, stunning you for a moment. One of those 3.
Something is destroyed in that area.
Okay. Yeah. So you wave your hand towards him. Go ahead and roll your d6 of damage to the troll.
Okay. Four.
4, very nice. All right. Okay. So Jack waves his hand and the troll, and as you're holding this attack on him, one side of the hole partially collapses on this side here, and he sees the opportunity now that it is his turn. And because there is mud, I'm gonna make him roll for this to try and climb out. What is he? Oh. 9 plus 7. So yeah, he's out. So he's able to climb out. Oops, I'm still in the measuring tool. And he climbs up out of the hole on this side. And I'm gonna say that's half his movement just to get out of the hole there. Which is like no distance really. And then he is going to go, let's see, he would probably see Lex right now because you used your abilities to make a mud pit, kind of ending your little bit of practiced stealth there. So he comes and charges over to you without problem, and he's going to swing on your ass hard as he can.
Bend over and stick your head between your knees. Kiss your ass goodbye.
He swings once and like misses you, like swings too high, and then he swings again, and this time he does hit. And with a 14, by the way. 7 damage, 7 physical regular damage. So subtract your armor from that, and that's how much you take. Which don't even, just a 1 armor, I think. Yeah, you have leather armor, so 1 armor. So instead of 7, it's a 6. So you take 6 damage. And he's standing there, and he is, how you say, unhappy.
Calm down, big fella.
Got something. Hang on.
Oh, I have. Ooh, this will be fun.
And then as he stands there after hitting you with his club, and you're like weakened for a moment, taking your time to like recover, he stands there and kind of like Kylo Ren's and is like and like hits himself in the side and like kind of bops his head a couple times and like seems to try and get himself to focus. And he seems a bit hardy again. He seems like looks a bit better, like he's recovered from some of these hits. So who is up next? So Revian, are you going to go first again, or is it Manus?
I'll hold off.
Okay, Manus, you are up.
Okay. So he looks like he psyched himself up.
Yeah, he looks like he's back in here. He's like feeling better about it.
All right. I'm gonna. Actually, I have a question. Is there enough room for me to use an item I have? You know which item I'm probably referring to, but about how much space would that take up if I wanted to use them?
That one. Hang on. That is. There it is. Remember, it is 20 feet on a side, so it would be about that. And that. What you're looking at for an area.
Alright. I'll hold off for now. I think I'm just gonna move up a bit, and he's turned around right now. He's not facing
Yeah,
us,
he's facing this direction towards Lex.
Alright, I'm gonna move up about right here, and I'm gonna try and take another shot at his knee. I'm not gonna spend a charge, but I'm gonna shoot my cannon again.
The roll plus dex on this one.
16.
16. Okay, and then choose from the volley have it pulled up. You have to move to place to get the shot. You get minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
I'll move up to, like, put. It's like put yourself in a position to get the shot, right?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, I will say I won't put that there. Separate one. There we go. So how I've been doing the, like when you put yourself in a spot or anything related to that, put yourself in a spot of some kind, I'm doing that as a +1 against you on the enemy's next turn. So, roll your damage.
Oh, and the sticky note about my magic weapon is done now, right?
No, it keeps going till you dismiss it.
Oh, it keeps going till I
Yeah, it
dismiss
keeps
it.
going till you
Alright.
dismiss it. Yeah. And you rolled. You said a 17 or 16?
16.
16. Okay, so you just do your regular damage.
5 and then plus a d4.
Yes, correct.
7.
7. All right. Hey.
Also, I changed my mind. I am not shooting him in the knee anymore. I'm aiming for the back of his head. I'm trying to get his attention.
Okay.
I'm on his.
Jugs around his neck.
I am on the back of his head.
All right.
Alright.
So,
If he was facing Lex, you probably would have seen Jug there.
Alright, I will shoot him in the leg then. I don't want to
all right. So
accidentally hit Jug.
you hit his leg, and he takes the hit, and he's like kind of goes down on that knee and goes down to the ground, and kind of turns around rapidly and looks towards you, and seems intent on heading your direction, but it doesn't seem to have done any damage. He seems to have just like shrugged it off. Now he is intent on you. Next up is Jug. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use Crush on him again.
All right. Squeeze. You were attached to his back already, and you already succeeded at that. You rolled 23. Yeah, roll your 2d10s, whatever it is that your damage is. I don't even remember. 2d8s.
You became a witch bolt.
Essentially.
Ooh, 7 damage.
7. All right.
Nice.
What does it look like as you squeeze the life out of this fucking troll?
I've wrapped I'm on the back of his head. I've wrapped my tail just around his neck, and I'm just like pulling for dear life. I'm like, come on, go down. I'm just like, you see Jug shaking. Just like, yeah.
All right, so you see the troll begin to His eyes go
Okay.
big, and he starts to choke. Goes down on the other knee, and he's like holding his neck now, and he's kind of like slowly goes down to the ground, and kind of lays there, strangles to death. And that is the end of the troll.
Ooh.
Bye bye, troll.
Ooh.
Well, he's there, but you know,
He's the big hole in the ground.
I'll put him there for now. But he is. Oh, it doesn't go over the top of him. Well, that's annoying. Anyways, yeah, he's dead.
Jug is laying on his back, on the troll's back, and just like,
Reggie, come get your shrooms.
It's din time.
Reggie comes like running up, and
I'm
he's got
coming
like
up too.
he's got a vial in one hand, and it's like this black liquid inside of it, and it doesn't slosh or move, from what you can tell. And then he has something round with something cloth-like sticking out of the top of it. He runs up and he goes, "Is it dead? Is it dead?"
It better be.
I'm pretty
Poke it
sure
with
it's
my
dead.
stick.
And then you realize that the orb thing in his hand, here, and he goes, "Shit." Well, kind of looks around and he throws
Throw it in the hole.
round object thing like off into the woods, like over here. And then a few seconds go by, and he's like, "Well, there's the mushrooms I needed, I guess. Thanks, guys, for your help." And then you, and you see a tree, Jack, right on the other side of a rock where you're standing, like right over here. You hear a loud explosion, and then you hear as a tree falls over and just and there's a
A
little
raccoon
bit of,
runs out of it.
there's dust coming out. There's a little bit of like a plume of smoke, and one felled tree extra than there was a second ago. For sake of brevity, I'll say Reggie gets his Pixie's parasol off the back of the troll. It's not a real problem. Would anyone like to do anything else before heading back to the main road?
I
Hey,
want to go look in his cave.
I was gonna say, you think this
Uh,
troll's
so I
hiding
say,
anything?
I want to see if he's either got something on him or in his cave from anything he's collected or killed.
You go in,
Yeah.
and this troll seems to have fallen to the wayside on anything that's important. Because really all he's hoarding is gawa plant husks, like the kind of gourdy outside piece, like husks of those inside the cave.
Like a coconut husk, kind of.
Essentially, a bunch of empty ones all over the cave, and a few bodies, like skeletons that, much like the ones that are outside the cave there, if you can see them.
Yes, if you zoom in, he stepped on one.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yep.
disturbing. Is this even the actual plant, or is this just the extra leaf?
I think that's the shell from the nut that's inside.
Oh, worthless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, crap. As I walk by, I'm gonna kick the troll in the head on the way back out. You didn't have anything useful.
As you kick it, Reggie does say, he says, I mean, maybe we could take something to those farmer people that she was talking
Oh.
about.
Let's take the head.
Lex just kind of reappears out of nowhere. By the way, he just kind of there all of a sudden. No one can
Well,
see him.
that faded a while back.
Yeah, I'm assuming as much. Yeah.
Can I use my
Could I break
laser-
a tooth off a thing?
What was that, Manus?
I was about to say, if we want the head, can I use like my laser death ray gun to just like cut it off,
Oh, that's a good idea.
like
So
cauterize it off?
So you reach down, Lex, to start like prying a tooth, and then you look up and you see the barrel of a cannon on the neck of this thing, and then the hammer of dawn from Gears of War just cuts this thing's head off. Just and it is
That is the
Smoky.
perfect description for that.
And you have one troll's head, which I don't think any of you would be able to carry because it's quite heavy and quite large.
I was gonna
Except
say.
for-
Jug's gonna carry it.
except for
Actually-
one
Well,
of you.
Jug.
Jug's gonna carry it.
I was gonna say,
Mr.
except for one
DM,
of you.
I would like to carry the head.
Just in case, can I still take a tooth? Maybe it'll be valuable in some way.
Yeah, you can pull a tooth, no problem.
A big old fang or something.
It takes you a second, but you're able to get it out. I would say probably somewhere between here and the walk. You'd have to take several tries at it because it's pretty in there, but you're able to do it.
Alright.
So, are you carrying it by the top of the head, or are you carrying it by the neck, or you just got the hair and you're dragging it?
I was gonna say, you're dragging it by the beard.
How you doing it, Doug?
I was gonna lift it in the air by the top of its head, neck up.
Aha.
All right.
So blood dribbling down the side of the head onto the little possum.
Reggie walks over to you
What
with
a
that,
car
with
wreck.
that vial of like black stuff in his hand, and he's like unsure, and he's kind of like looking at it. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you? I mean, you seem pretty tough. You're a tough guy, right?
I think so.
Okay. Drink this. It'll make that carrying that a lot easier.
Oh shit! Strength
Somewhat-
potion.
Oh,
Strength
that
potion.
works.
It'll be
Just-
a lot easier for you to carry. Much more effortless."
Are you
Nah.
sure? I know I may not seem like the brightest possum in the brush, but is this really safe enough to drink? Because this isn't.
Well,
He
I mean,
holds it upside down. It's not moving. This
yeah, it
isn't.
doesn't-
Is
it
this
doesn't
even a
slosh
liquid?
to the bottom. Well, that's a bit more of an explanation. I'm an alchemist. It's a mutagen. It's gonna make you stronger for a little while. But the DM says you're gonna have to roll plus Constitution in order to drink this. Essentially, take the mutagen move.
I'm sorry, the who?
Well, if the
You're
DM
higher
says
You all get
power.
you all get a nosebleed. I was like, what?
Fourth wall break.
I'm-
We all look up and there's 5
So
people
roll-
standing over us.
Roll plus
We're-
Constitution if you want
I'm
to do
rolling
this.
con.
Okay.
We look up and we're pieces on a board game. And
I
we're
rolled a
just-
nat
Fair
20
enough.
plus 5,
Oh
25.
shit!
All right. Uh,
We are Jumanji.
We see a giant hand come
So,
down and remove the troll's
Uh,
body.
Choose one, and you may end the
It's just
effects
gone.
when you choose. So you can take +1 ongoing to Strength, Dex, and Con. You can increase your damage die by 1 step. Your visual, auditory, tactile, and olfactory gustatory sense is heightened in some way, such as dark vision or the ability to smell blood from a mile away. At any time, the fourth one is at any time you may take 1 ability to shrug off damage, which I mean you can already basically fucking do that anyways. Which one of those do you choose? You want +1 to Strength, Dex, and Con, damage die, visual, auditory, whatever.
Damage die.
You're gonna increase your damage die. Essentially, this will end. Essentially, when you choose within the next couple of days, what
Oh, shit.
he tells you, but you guys watch as Jug takes this. He sets the head down, uncorks the top of this thing, and it's like the hair stands up on the back of your neck. You're like, oh my god, I would not drink that, because
He starts chewing.
he uncorks it and it settles into the bottom, and there's only about that much in it when it settles to the because it's like the whole vial is almost full. There's a little gap at the top. He takes the cork off and it settles all the way down. It just shrinks into the bottom as he pours it, and it looks almost like he inhales a weird
Slug.
mixture of like smoke and ash, like just loosely drifting smoke, but also ash at the same time. Jug, you're not sure if you inhale it or if you drink it or if you eat it, but it goes into you and you feel different for a minute. And
I could just imagine
that-
veins popping out of
it
his
just
forehead.
kind of
like-
lingers, and you feel like you can feel every fucking muscle in your body.
He's become Bane.
And,
He's become
Jug-
vein.
Reggie just kind of leans in towards you. He's, did it work? Are you gonna die?
He was born from the darkness.
He says, I haven't tested that one yet.
I feel.
I pick up
feel
our
a little
guinea pig.
different. I feel a little different, but I think it's working.
Okay, good. Thank God. I was worried you might die. Last time I drank one, I was... Never mind. Let's go back to town.
No, you were what? I want to know now.
Well, let's just say, the forecastle is where most people go to the ship, to go, do their business on, in terms of peeing and otherwise, and I spent much time there for a few days. As, another difficulty that I encountered is I couldn't see for about
So
3
he ran
days.
much on ship.
It was a difficult few days. I don't like to think about it. God, we have to go back to town. I don't want to go to town.
If you have any more of this stuff, I'll take it. I feel great.
Don't become addicted. That may be a problem.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't take
It's
too many
fine.
of them.
It's fine.
We can experiment on the ship for something that's more catered to you. That way, I don't what's the polite word? Kill you.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Right. Well,
Let's bring this head to the Farmers Guild.
to the farmers people. I guess I'm not really one of you lead. I'm not. It's not really
I'll lead us out of here.
right. Manus takes the lead, and you guys head back and make your way back into Birdfast, city of. Where do you go first with your troll's head?
Where's the farmers guild?
Where's the Farmers
We need to
Guild?
get rid of that head quick.
If I had any specific place for it.
It's a nice building up there.
We're gonna say that is the theater.
Aha. Theater.
We'll say the Farmers Guild. We'll say they're shit.
Wouldn't it be good to have them close to the farmers? So
Yeah,
still
that's
up in
what
this
I'm-
corner somewhere.
That's what I'm looking at. I'd say
Probably be a fairly good sized building.
they probably
What are-
they're
What are
this-
these?
That is the part of the rich district essentially. This whole section of the city is like the rich district. They're right up against the walls of the fort. But I'd say it's probably this little complex here is like the Farmers Guild. Pretty clearly as you re-enter the city. And you take it in, and everyone in the room is quite shocked at what you're bringing to them, and they go, "Oh, problem solved, I guess."
Probably a little bit smaller. It's a head.
Somebody looks around and like, somebody get Bill. Somebody call Bill out. And bald guy, kind of longer beard with like some still like horseshoe growth around the sides. He comes out and he's got like a rag and he wipes his hands off and he goes, "Shit."
Head.
Like he kind of like comes out not looking and he picks his head up. He goes, "Shit. Looks like you killed the problem out there.
It had a bunch of
Well?
husks in its cave from the Gawa plant.
Let me see what I can give you. I mean, as I'm sure you're aware, we're running a little slim on coin from the farmers, but let me see what I can get together out of the coffers in here." And he takes a few minutes and he goes back inside and he brings you guys out. Says, "Well, I got what I can spare. This is about 200 gold. If that's good enough for you, that's what I've got. These bastards, being real stingy on us lately." Offers you the 100. Accept the 200. Is that enough?
Anybody want this money? I don't deal in. I have this 75. I don't know really what to do with it. I'm just gonna keep what I have.
I have no money whatsoever.
Yeah,
I
don't
do
think-
not
I would-
either.
Yeah,
I
none
would
of us have money.
accept some of that.
So there's 4 of us that don't have any money.
Yeah.
That's 50
About it.
apiece if we
That's-
keep
yep,
it
that's
like
50.
that.
50 gold apiece.
50
Alright.
gold apiece sounds fine to me.
I'll take it.
And returning back further into the town, the sun is like it's like 6 or 7 or 8 in the evening. It's a few hours have gone by. Actually, no. With Lex having gone to the bar on the coast, it's probably into the night right now. It's probably get like dark. Sun's down, lanterns are lit and stuff, and you offload your troll's head, and they just kind of tell you to leave it outside. Just leave it like, I guess just leave it right there. I don't know. I guess it's people will be happy about it. Leave it by the door. People will be happy to smack it on the head and fuck you, fucking troll.
Mount it on the wall.
We'll mount it on the. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll skin it and get the skull out of it. Put it on the wall. Damn you trolls! Don't you touch our farms again. All right. Thanks, gents. Good luck to you all, wherever the hell you came from. I'm gonna get back to work. Thank you for your contribution to our fading and failing little society here. Kind of gives you a wave and walks back inside. And Reggie's kind of like, he's kind of going through this like bag that he's collected of Pixie's parasol, and he goes, we could probably sell some of this back to Vale. Some money.
Back to
I
the
don't need this
apothecary.
much. There's this. I would all go bad. I kept it.
That's a
Right.
fair point.
Vale
So we'll
has Vale has a warehouse in the back for mushrooms, growing mushrooms. Think they would want these?
You think they'd be able to
Probably.
start
I
cultivating
think
some?
I
Since
might
they
want
have
them
some.
to plant them. Sure. And,
There's enough here they could figure it out.
You reapproach the herbalist over here, and Terragus is
I
kind
carry a
of
jug with me to make it quick.
Yeah, Terragus is nowhere in sight, and as you enter, you approach. You see the very tall Tabaxi up at the counter again, and they kind of look around at the five of you. I see that you have returned. Were you successful? Is anyone dead? Hopefully not. Terragus will be very disappointed.
There was some slight damage, but Reggie has some things to talk about real
See.
quick.
I did not assume a troll to be trouble for you all. Just more. It's a trouble to get the mushrooms rather than actually being something too troublesome to beat. They can be hardy suckers, but not unbeatable. Okay. Terragus! Like they yell really loud. Terragus kind of comes back in. He's just, oh, thank God. Okay, listen. What are you doing here? Why are you done? Are you ready? And Reggie's just kind of like, no, we were gonna see this. He says, well, do the thing. I'm in a rush now. I need to take you all and discuss something with you.
I head over with Argus immediately.
Terragus is like antsy, and Reggie kind of goes up to the counter and like hands a little bag up to the counter. Says, grabs a little bit, like a handful of the mushrooms, and sticks them in a smaller little pouch and sets it like in a larger pouch on his back or some backpack or something like that, pocket. Just enough to do what he needs for the mana potions that he wants to make for my brain will catch up, Revian. And then he kind of like, I'm gonna go back to the ship. I think I've had enough city. I think I'm comfortable enough to go on my own because I'll be going back to the ship. But thank you all for your help. That was very kind of you to walk with me through. But it's nighttime and I think I'll be okay.
If you're sure.
Are you sure? I could walk with you.
I think I'll be.
I ain't.
I still have kind of like looks in his. I've still got 2 bombs. I'll be okay.
We'll come running if we hear an explosion.
You'll definitely hear it. Don't worry. You'll also definitely see a column of smoke, and definitely see it at any time of the day. Anyways, especially with these, I'll see you guys whenever you guys come back to the ship. Don't get arrested or anything. Guys, these Pontethans are pretty rough on people that aren't human. Reggie returns to the ship. Guys, there. Are you all going in and following Terragus?
Sure.
I want to make sure everybody's like agreed upon following Terragus and going with him and doing this.
Yeah. Why is Lex there twice?
That's what I was wondering. It was probably an old one that was already there.
I'm just gonna delete.
I got you. So Terragus leads you all out into this warehouse in the back, actually, back here. And it just looks like a warehouse. He opens the door. It's pitch black on the inside. It feels damp and humid and wet. And after entering, he kind of takes you off to the right in the darkness. And kind of feels his way around, because it's very, very dark in here. Feels his way around. And here, another door open, you see a light. Takes you in. And you see multiple other hooded figures wearing the same colors, different outfits than what Terragus is. They're more like naval, like sailors sort of jackets, with some armor and like just like his one unique bracer and one that's unique in itself but smaller. They all have the same swords at their hips, they all have the same hoods, they all have the same cloaks around their neck and their back. And as he enters, they all kind of stop and look in the direction of the door, and they're not looking at you, they just see Terragus enter, and they all look at him and say, "Oh, Saeed." They all like immediately stop and like address him as he kind of dips. Walks in, says, "Close the door behind you. We have a bit of a conversation to have. Must rush to get out to catch. We need to before the day is out. We have the information together. Please come in. Close the door." Close the door, and he says, "I need your help. I have a target here, city, and the difficulty is there's not a place that I can narrow this target down to take them myself. I always have guards with them. This is going to be tricky. His name, if your GM can find where I put it, why can I not find it? I literally wrote it down in multiple places, and I just... What the fuck? Why? I thought I put it in there. Hang on,
It's
now...
somewhere.
Alright, that's really... It's gonna be like right here. What the fuck? Literally wrote one out that's like bounty for this or target or whatever for this character, and now I can't find it. Oh my god. Because I actually remember what his name is, like right off the top. Fuck now. Why does it have to be now that this... Okay, there it is.
Because we're almost done.
He says, yeah, that's why. He says, the target is a man named Quintus. Quintus Burianus Ursesius. He is the captain of the guard here in the city. And he is a bastard. He's a bad man. He always has his guards with him, so it's going to be a bit of a scuffle. Now, we won't get in trouble with the guards after we do our work. The Union will cover for us and create a situation that will make its way into the ranks of Pontethan's. They will be no wiser to any of your identity if we do this, if you help me. But I must kill this man, and Vivian, there may be some information related to what you asked me involved in this. If you will help me.
Gladly.
This is
I
not
need
going
some
to be
answers.
pretty. We have to go scout tonight on one last patrol before he heads back to the fort and takes his leave of his shift for the night. He is a bad man. Very bad man. What you all don't know is this man is a member of a group called the Sempiternal. They what we and all of the other hood figures in the room kind of nod at you guys. Fight against the corrupt and evil figures they put into place and put in power around the world. They are what we fight against. And he is one of them. I intend to end him. Problem here. The farmers here are struggling because of him. He puts much pressure on them, and the Commodore in the fort does nothing to stop him. Allows him to keep pressure on because he keeps the Commodore fat and happy. So he does not ask any questions. So, well, help me.
Okay.
This is
Why
not
not?
not a scuffle that these fine folks are prepared to do. We are assassins. We're not one for skirmishes in the street. Assassinate and we run. So,
Ooh. I have a question for the DM here. Would I know anything about this particular group of people?
I mean, you've heard that word before, but you've never had it given any meaning. You've heard something of it, but they meant anything to you. Now that you're hearing about it, you're like, oh, that's what that was.
Okay.
You swear that he has done wrong to the people?
His sins are many, as are most of the Sempiternal representatives. They are paid to be and act as bad people, no matter anything. They do what they can to be bad. They act selfishly in interest of their order. But they do not care about others. Does it serve themselves?
We should bring them judgment.
Let judgment be passed. Follow me. We will go back up front now that we are discussing secret things. We must go catch him. Are you all good at climbing? We'll need to climb on some rooftops to scout this out. It's going to be interesting.
I think I will be fine doing that.
Next
That's
is
good to
like,
hear.
well, I'm not exactly inept at it. I have experience, so to speak.
And he said he kind of nods at you all and he says, "Right, let's do some good for the world." And he takes you all back up to the front and walks back up to Vale and walks up to Vale and leans over the counter and he says, "Prepared to rest, Quintus. If you please." And Vale kind of nods, leaning over the counter also, stands up, walks over to the little shelving that they had been like counting inventory on. See a little jar sitting on that shelf with flowers and white petaled rose. They take one out, look at it, or measuring it or assessing it. Turn and look over their shoulder at Terragus and they hand it to him. And he nods. He stores it like in. Turns to you all and he says, "That is for me to worry about. That is how we send the message that the job is done. You will see. Done with our work. Follow me." He takes you all outside to the night and begin essentially a recon of Quintus Berianus. That is where we will call the end of the session, and